Hello, YouTube. This is Intuitive. How are you doing today? I did turn off that light up there, and then I also cleaned the camera. So hopefully we're not blurry like we were yesterday. Um, so we're going to do a reading on Wendy Williams. I've done two on her prior. Um, Make sure you look back at those readings. I did one prior to her getting sick, and I said she was going to get sick if she didn't leave that husband of hers. And I did one after that in regards to the new girlfriend and the old girlfriend. I mean, the new girlfriend and Wendy. So this is on Wendy Williams. This is probably the last live I'm going to do this weekend, because I do have some private clients. My schedule's kind of, and I'm not feeling good, so that's neither here nor there. I want to get back to, please make sure you subscribe to this video, give it a thumbs up, put down some comments, and make sure you share. If you're looking for your own personal reading, contact me at rettaware@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under Intuitive Retta. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been donating for the computer fund. And whoever donates, I'm keeping a list of everybody, because at the end, when I do get the computer, I'm going to draw two names. I might even draw three names for a free hour reading for anybody who donates. So that's my thank you, to you guys. And so I think I said two, but I might do three. So 3-hour readings for whoever donates. So that's an incentive. So three people. I said two before, but I'm making it three. Are going to get an hour reading from me, a personal reading from me, for anybody who donates. And we're going to say Kelly, Joe, Gina, Lorraine, KS, Jessica, Pamela, Norma, Colette, Clara, Spiritual Magic Journey, Bonita, Iga, Jeffrey, Silk, Tina, Valerie, Christine, Mary, and Tracy, and Debbie. Thank you guys very much. And also, my super chat is Lammy Pie. So thank you. So we're going to go into Wendy Williams. And if you guys kind of recall, Wendy Williams, that whole house has the same energy. The whole house has the same energy. I hope I got the husband's birthday right. I'm not sure what I had for him before, but I think I have him as 9/17/1972. I hope that's his birthday. That's telling me he's 8 years younger than Wendy Williams. 8 years. And they both would be the Hermit and the Moon. I could have swore he was something else before. Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure. Did I push the button? Can everybody hear me before I go into it? Let me see. Can someone write up that you can hear me before I go into this reading? Okay, you can hear me? Yes. Okay. So I hope that's his birthday is 9/17/1972. That means he's a Virgo. So I've done two previous readings on Wendy. Like I said, before she got even sick, before she collapsed, I did a reading on her. And I said if she didn't leave that husband of hers, she was going to get really, really sick. And what happened? Like, not even that much longer, she collapsed on her show. And then I did a reading on her again, and I seen a lot of kind of maybe legal issues going on. I wasn't sure if I said anything about divorce, because you guys know I don't remember my readings, and I didn't go look at it because I didn't want to look at my old readings to kind of to mesh with this reading. So make sure I have two of them prior to her, and it did tell me that she was drinking a lot, and she was in some depression and so forth. So I also want to know with this reading, was there a physical fight between her and her husband? Is that why she got that fracture? And so they both are, if this is his birthday, he's a Virgo, man. I'm a Virgo. I don't know too many more Virgo mans, but us women are a handful. But they both got this hermit moon. So this means that they're very isolated. They're not one to be around a lot of people. And she talks about that all the time, how basically she's in the home, she doesn't really like to hang out with people too much. And she likes to be home. And I can see that. But with that moon energy is telling me that there could be some emotional issues on both their parts. emotional ups and downs. And the Hermit in the Moon to me is very feminine energy. And I find that men have a hard time dealing with feminine energy. They are usually serial cheaters. They feel like they're not manly enough, so they go overboard with their masculinity. They go overboard wanting to be do as I say, kind of controlling, kind of, they're cheaters, overly sexual, is because they're trying to overcompensate for that feminine energy that they have. So the moon tells me that there's some type of emotional, it could be some emotional imbalances, some emotional problems that the moon kind of, buys and sways their emotional status. This year for Wendy, that's going into 2019, which will start in on her birthday. I think things might get better for her going towards her birthday, which is in July, because she'll have that magician energy. I forgot to look what this year's energy was for her. So let me see what this year real fast, because I think that is needed. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 4, 2, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 7, 8, 9. This is a bad year for her. So she's going to be waiting for that magician energy that comes in on 2019, which starts around her birthday. She's going to have that magician energy. You might see her, building her business better, manifesting, creating, directing, producing something. You might see her doing more in 2019, creatively bringing in abundance, putting her vision out there. This year, we can see why this year has been so hard for her. It's the Hermit in the Moon, so it's double her energy. She already has this isolating energy, sometimes this emotional ups and downs, can deal with depression, could deal with mood swings. And then on top of that, this year for her is that same energy. So it would be doubly depression for her, doubly emotional ups and downs, doubly isolating. You guys can see I'm so, I got my pajamas on. I didn't know you could see them, but I see them right there, the polka dots. So we can see that. So I'm going to use the Clover Tarot, and we're going to, whoops. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. All right. Sorry. Let's see. Whoops, sorry. I should have had these out already. You can tell my energy is off. Okay, so I'm going to use, you guys have seen me use the Clover Tarot. I was looking for a different tarot deck, but I couldn't find it. You guys always know. Every time I'm looking for something specifically, it's never to be found. So, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, so I want to see what's going on with Wendy right now. I hope everybody is doing good. Make sure you guys do a thumbs up. I only see 5 thumbs up. Hook a girl up with some thumbs up. So we're going to see what's going on with Wendy now. Oh, I can't wait until this computer comes. I can't wait until I get one, because, let's see, where is she at now? She's having a hard time balancing business and home. So she's kind of right now, she's juggling, she's trying to balance, things at home, and she's dropping things. It's like, things are suffering because she's not doing a very good balance at things at home and things at work. What's crossing her right now is she's really thinking about walking away. So I'm not sure if it's walking away from her business or walking away from this relationship, but emotionally, she's really thinking about walking away. But the problem is that she looks like, if I leave, if I do walk away, what am I walking towards? She is in her 50s. I believe she's in her 50s. She's 8 years older than Kevin. She's like, am I going to walk away to more problems? Of me walking away, me maybe divorcing me, leaving him, is it going to cause me more problems, more headache? Am I walking into one situation, leaving another situation? So she is thinking about walking away, but she's also thinking about the problems that will arise from her walking away. Let's see. The bottom line to all her problems right now is her emotions. So right now, the bottom problems with everything that's going on, her inability to kind of cope with work and at home is her emotionals. So usually this is like emotions in abundance. I hope she's not drinking too. Usually when I see cups, I always think of drinking, and so far this is a very emotional time for her. Her emotions are all over the place. Let's see what's going on with her in the past. In the past, she thought she was free. I think this card came up for her in her reading prior. I think I remember this card. So this is kind of like the Six of Wands is victory. She thought in the past, like a year ago, she thought they overcame their issues. She thought she, overcame. She thought she was victorious over maybe the ex-girlfriend or the mistress or the problems that they have. Really, like a year ago, she thought that they were victorious, that they were going to overcome these issues, and they were going to have a fresh new start. Let's see, what's on her mind right now is balance. I think she's drinking. This is emotional imbalance and trying to balance things. This could be self-medicating, and this could be like blending and mixing alcohol, and it could be meds, mixing alcohol and meds and stuff like that, or just mixing alcohols. But to me, it's always talk about not able to kind of cope, not blending, not balancing, and kind of self-medicating maybe. Putting two things together, could be alcohol, could be drugs, could be more than one alcohol. That's what's going on in her mind. She is devastated. I feel bad. A lot of people are talking, oh, Wendy Williams deserves this, the way that she talks about, but that's her job. She made her living from always. She was a gossip person, for her whole years. I'm from New York. She had the Wendy Williams show. She's always been the same person. That's her job. I'm sure outside of her job, she's a sweetheart. And, people are laughing at her and encouraging her, and I know it's because she talks about other people's business and stuff like that, but that's her job, and people don't really realize that there's a job and then there's the person. So it's a personality that she is still absolutely devastated. She's hurt emotionally, she's hurt mentally, she's hurt spiritually. This poor lady is hurt. And she feels like, what's funny is if you see one of these swords, she's sticking herself in the heart. She's like, I did it to myself. I think that she probably, maybe the first time he cheated or whatever, she should have left him. And now that they're like how many years in, and she feels like I let him get away with it. I let him do these things. I did this to myself. I'm part of my own brokenhearted. So not only she's devastated, of what's going on, she's devastated within herself. She's devastated for allowing this man or these situations to hurt her the way it is. It's like, this is my own fault. Let's see what else is going on. Justice. So this is karma. Remember I said that she feels like she did it to herself? So for some reason she feels, just like how people didn't understand when I said Nicki Minaj felt like, that's what, to deal with this guy Kenneth is what she deserved. They didn't understand that. How when you're feeling down about yourself and you having all these problems and you're like, well, shit, I did all this shit when I was young. And this guy I broke so many hearts when I was young. Now that I'm older, my heart's broken. That's karma. That's what I deserve. So that's what I was saying about Nicki. And this is what I'm saying about Wendy Williams. Like, she's also might be thinking of the legal aspect of things. There could be some legal issues going on, and she's thinking about the legal aspect, but she's also thinking about, like how she said, I allowed this to happen. I hurt myself. I did this to myself. She's thinking, well, this is the karma. This is what's happening to me. But she could also be thinking about, legal issues. Let's see in the future. Ooh-wee. I see that this is a burden. I see that she's going to try to drag her son with her. But remember I said that the son is like another kind of, like that whole house has the same energy, but the son and the father are kind of the same. So it looks like here, she just feels like this is going to be a burden, and her son is going to have some problems with it, and it's like she's trying to pull her son, like, come on, be on my side, or come on, and he's just like standing still. But I said he's kind of like his father. I see a lot of depression. I see a lot of drinking. I still see that she's drinking. I see her drinking by herself. I see that she's drinking by herself a lot. um I see that she's going to come back, like she's going through this depression, but then I see that this is the daughter of swords. I think she's going to be vicious. So she's going through this burden. She's going to go through this depression, and I think then she's going to come back with some words, and her words are going to come back to, like, shoot to kill. Those words are going to be shoot to kill, aim. Who is she going to come back verbally against? Ooh, a woman. So she's going to another woman. I don't know if she's going to attack another woman, like verbally or something, but I do see, or she's got this other woman in her eyesight. She's got this other woman, and she's going to use her intellect and her words to go after this other woman. Okay. So I want to see real fast. I'm going to do their relationship, but I want to see what happened about her fall. I know all y'all nosy people want to know too, don't y'all? This freaking wire is driving me crazy. Okay, was that interesting, that part? So we at least know what's going on in her head. I didn't see no, I'm not, it could be some, that she's mixing maybe pharmaceutical. I always say alchemy is like pharmaceutical meds. So not so much drugs like, cocaine or anything. I'm thinking more like she might be mixing alcohol with, like, prescription pills. That's usually when I get the temperance. When I see like illegal drugs and stuff, that's usually the devil card I get with the temperance. It's usually, prescription drugs for me. Blending and mixing prescription drugs. Let's see. What happened for her to break her, what did she say? She fractured her shoulder, a hairline fracture in her shoulder. Let's see, what was the situation surrounding that injury she had? Ooh. Okay. It had to do with the marriage. It had to do with talking and changing, things changing. I think it has to do with a new kid. I see her old kid is right here. So she said she hasn't seen her kid, right? He was on, she said I don't think that he was there. I think she hasn't seen him, or was he there? He could be there. The son could have been there. I wasn't sure if he was home off of college, or it could have been the argument or whatever, or what was going on with her had to do with her son, their marriage, and the change of events. It could be in regards to this new information coming out. And this is the 8, and it's fast. Like, the things came fast. Also traveling. They were arguing. There was arguing. Also, I think, funny enough, I think that Wendy has either went to a psychic, a tarot reader, or somebody, even though she acts like she's not about that, or watched some. It caused a lot of conflict. So they were a conflict, and I think his words, she was kind of reaching out, like, like trying to talk this out or whatever. I'm not sure if this is a kid or it was information that was coming out. But she was kind of crying out for, like, when they were arguing, talking, like, what are you doing, this and that, but he was saying some vicious words. Like, he was fighting back very viciously, like with his words. And I think they were talking about the woman, the affair of the woman. They were arguing about this other woman and the burden. If she does have a baby coming on the way, too, look at the burden card is coming back up. Two of Wands. She's trying to figure out, this is all what's leading up to how she got injured. She's trying to figure out how to paint this picture, how to spin this tale, what's going on with her and her husband, how to spin this tale. And this is legal issues. I see legal issues again. Legal issues. It could also mean legal issues. It could also mean that, she feels like, this is what she gets. The Five of Wands. This is upside down. So usually the Five of Wands is usually, it was in regards, this is like, it's Five of Wands. It's usually a friendly competition or a competition, but upside down, it's not friendly. I think maybe they had maybe some shoving or pushing, arguing. Whatever happened to her shoulder in regards to this woman, how things were going to be told to the public about his mistress, what's going on with their son, how are we going to deal with it, how are they going to talk, how things have changed. Also about their marriage. They're talking about their marriage, about divorce. The divorce word is out there, the marriage, the divorce, the legal ramifications of it. So when she said she just fell, no, there was a big argument in return of this fall. It could have been like pushing, it could have been like a kind of fighting or whatever, and therefore she fell. I don't see that she was drinking when she fell. I just see that the woman and her kid, Wendy's kid, was thought about. I think that she has went and seen a psychic or some spiritualist, and the information came fast. Because, by the way, this year for him coming up, for him is the High Priestess energy coming up. So he's going to have double feminine energy. Okay, let's see what the relationship is. Did that kind of have you understand? It was some type of verbal argument that they had. That's why she ended up getting hurt. It was a verbal argument in regards to, divorce. It was thrown out talking about divorce, about how they're going to paint pictures, how things have changed. Because you look at her regular reading, she thought that they overcame it. This whole thing that Radar Online did and all that. She thought they overcame it, So she thought that they did victory. She thought that maybe their relationship was over, that he chose her and the son, but I want to see what's going on. First of all, let me see. I like to get this. I want to see what makes, I always love this feminine deck. Why is she staying? Why is she staying? Why is Wendy Williams, why has she stayed so long? Ooh, this card just wanted to fall. The joy of being together, he makes her feel young. He makes her feel young. Also, is that she forgives him constantly. He makes her feel young. I didn't realize that she was 8 years older than him. And it's like forgiveness. She's constantly, forgiving him, constantly forgiving him. And they have very good sex. They have a very good sex. Like sexually, she feels there's like it's sacred. Like when they come together, it's out of this world. So it has to do with sex, her feeling young and joyful she's with them. And she's like, she has this forgiveness. Like I forgive him. So let me see why he cheats. Let me see Greg Hunter real fast. And then we're going to go into the reach. Why is Greg Hunter cheating on? Why does he cheat on Wendy Williams? God of action. Remember I said he has a problem because he has that feminine energy? There's the energy, God of action. This is him making him feel manly. Making him feel, remember I said men Women, when you guys date men that have feminine energy, you have to understand it's like our world is supposed to be men, they're supposed to be men, you know, and when men become have feminine energy, you can notice it very well from when they're young. You know, they act differently. You know, they even may be called gay, or you're, oh, you were so gay, even though the guys weren't gay. You know, they just have this feminine energy. So this is him. It's making him feel masculine. This is the energy. It's about his feminine energy, and him cheating and stuff makes him feel masculine, makes him feel like he's a man of action, you know? So it's all about control energy for him, making him feel more masculine. Him cheating makes him feel like I'm a man. So there's no real like deep-seated issues of why he cheats. Let's see this relationship. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where's their relationship now? There's a lot of arguing, a lot of word slinging between both of them. They're both of their words between each other is like daggers. It's like they're both hurting each other with words. They're using their words as weapons for both of them. You know? And also like it. Let's see where. So since they're going to put Wendy over here, where is Wendy at? Wendy thinks she can fix it. She thinks she can fix it. She's like, what can I do? Which is so strange. She's like, what can I do to fix it? What can I do? Where can we go? So she wants to fix it. The magician is someone that wants to fix things. That's why when I tell people, when you have a reading with me and I say, because I go do your birth cards and a lot of magicians, I'm like, you're the fixer. You always want to fix something. You can't fix anybody but yourself. You can't fix someone else. You can't help someone else. You can only help yourself. So she feels like she can kind of fix things. She can fix him. She can fix things. Where's he at? He's in love. He's in love. Where is he at? He's in love. I don't know who is he in love with, but he's in love. Let's see. Who is he in love with? Who is he in love with? This cord is driving me crazy. He's in love. I don't know. This is a child. But I don't think this is her child. I don't think this child came out yet. Let me see. I don't know if there's a new child. We'll have to look at that. Let's see. What does she want from him? She wants, remember I said before, I think our old reading, I said that she wants more sex, more passion from him. That's what she wants. She wants him to desire her. She wants to be, you know, very sexual, very passionate. That's what she wants. She wants them to be passionate again. What does he want from her? He wants her to stop being a burden. He wants her to stop being a burden and also stop trying to get the child involved. Where's this going now? It's like they're stuck. It's like this relationship has been on hold. It's like stuck. There's no movement going on. He's been cheating. He's doing his thing. The devil comes out. He's cheating. God knows what else he's doing, but he's doing his own thing. He's in his own ego, his own sexual desires, his own wants. That's the devil card. He's thinking with his penis, the king. That's all he's thinking about himself. He's very selfish. What I want, my penis, you know. The Nine of Swords is, there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety going on, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety going on. For some reason, I do think that there may be a kid coming, because this card is kind of like an egg and something coming out. But it's the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is like usually looking at things in another perspective. Remember how he said that she wants to kind of figure out what to tell the public, what picture to paint? She's trying to look at these cracks in this relationship, the cracks that's going on, how she can kind of look at it in a new direction. It's a lot of emotions. I don't know if there's even, it could even be like a priestess involved. I don't know what's crazy. I don't know if they're into any, I don't think Wendy is, but it kept showing up. I don't know if it's a tarot reader, if it's a spiritual union, a spiritual union. This could be a spiritual union, of a relationship. But Wendy wants her family. So even though she's talking about divorce and everything, she wants to fix things. She wants her family. She still wants this man. What does he want? He wants them to be a big family. What he wants. What he wants is his words is, I want both of y'all. He wants his cake and eat it too. He hasn't changed. Remember before? And what's funny is I still think there's another woman out there. It's not just that girl and Wendy. There's someone else out there because this card keeps coming out. So there's actually 3 people, but I think that he wants them all. He wants her to, be okay with this and allow him to have this other relationship. Okay, and let's see if there's a baby on the way real quick. Is his mistress having a... First, let's see. Is he still with the mistress? And then we'll look at your questions, okay? Okay, there's 48 people in the room. Let's get some more thumbs up, people. Let's see. Is Kevin still... Is Kevin still with this woman that he's been photographed with? Heartbreaking. Yes, he's still with her. He's still with her. This is that woman, remember she came up and I said that Wendy wants to, fight with this woman with words and actions and intellect. This is the woman. Is she pregnant? Yes, she is. So, she is pregnant, and yes, there is, okay. So, anything else that we wanted to know? Hey, Veronica! Yes. Kevin, let's just see where Kevin's at for a few minutes. Let's just see what's going on in his mind real fast. Oh, Wendy's health. I think it's showing that she's depressed and she's mixing prescription meds with alcohol. And how she got that shoulder was they were arguing. How is her health? Let's see. How's Wendy's health real quick? It's because this woman's pregnant. How's her health? It's the 2 of Swords, so it's indecisive. She's allowing, she's kind of taking the power. She's allowing this situation to power over her and not her power over the situation. So she's allowing these other decisions to kind of make changes and direction for her. And I still think this is woman, because she felt like she's the mother. And now this other woman, especially because Wendy had a hard time having babies, that's what's really affecting her. I don't know if the baby's going to go to term, if the woman's going to keep it. But, yeah, there's truth to that woman being pregnant and him still dealing with her. So I don't know if they're going to keep it or not. But let's see. Let's see about Kevin real quick. All right, let's see about Kevin. Let's see, where's Kevin at? Kevin's thinking with his penis. That's what I always say. Those King of Wands, they hold their penis, and mine's bigger than your, my penis is bigger than yours, and I know how to do it. It's all about them. They're very selfish to me. I think, the King of Pentacles, yeah, they may be sexy, they may have good passion and all that, but they're kind of selfish, kind of narcissistic, and kind of, womanizer. Let's see, what's the cross to bear is he just feels like it's a burden. He's feeling the burden. The cross to bear with, his penis and him being the man that he wants is the burdens. Underneath all that there is a lot of broken heart. Even he's devastated. Maybe he's devastated because Wendy's not letting him have his cake and even eat it too. But there's devastation on both parts. So even though he's very, narcissistic, and it's all about him and his penis, he's also, affected mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I think because he really wants his cake and eat it too, and Wendy is not, agreeing to that. Let's see what's in the back of him. Is the son. Remember, I kind of said, so he has been thinking about his son. This is the son that he has already. Remember, this is the same card that came up last time. His son is like a carbon copy of him. Let's see what's on his mind. Is his marriage. That's what's on his mind. His marriage is on his mind. And the destruction of that marriage. And the collapse of that marriage. Because he was having sex with someone younger. He's in love. He's in love. It might be a little girl that she's having. Yeah, I think it might be a little girl that she's having, or that's what he wants to have with this woman. She's coming up again. He wants a little girl with her. So that's where it is. Anything else we need to look in before I go? Let me see all the comments. All right, put the thumbs up, everybody. Make sure you subscribe. And where are the comments? Let's see. Where's anybody? Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. She needs. Yeah, she does. Yes, he bought the house. I mean, it's disgusting. Manages her. Is that still about him managing her career? Well, if she moves out for Kevin, I don't think there's no prenup or anything. I think he gets half of everything. So I think that's why a lot of the things that she says that, when she was thinking about divorce, she's like, it's just going to have a lot more problems. I think they'll be fighting, Let's see. Is she going to leave him? She wants to still work it out. So they might be talking like divorce and stuff, but she still wants to work things out. Even with the baby and all, this other woman, she still wants to work this out. What was I doing those cards for? Oh, how is Kevin going to do with her business, with her managing her? How's that going to go? Another perspective. I think there's another man coming in regards to managing her. There may be another guy coming in to managing her. A different guy coming in to manage her. Could be, which is strange, could be a family member for now, or I'm also thinking it could be a white guy. But having a common thing, I think because she needs a different perspective, a different direction. Yeah, a new direction. I think there's going to be another guy. I don't know when that's going to come. When's that going to be? It could be about 9 months or the month of 9. So it could be September or 9 months. She's going to get, and she wants to go in a new direction and stuff. So I think that she's going to get a new manager. I'm doing Wendy Williams right now. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Can you live off of the money? What does Suzanne think about Wendy? Suzanne and her husband. What's her husband's name again? Norman. Okay, let's see. What does Norman think about Wendy? And what does Suzanne think about Wendy? Norman, I think they've been kind of arguing, Norman and her. There may be some, this is like the son of, so this is someone that kind of is just working, just talking to be talking. So they could be just talking, but his sword is up. So he could be on the offense. And what does, I I find that I don't think that Suzanne hates her. This is the King of Cups. I don't think that she hates her. I think she understands that she's going through a broken heart. I don't think Susan hates her. No. All right. Did I ask a lot of the questions? Let's see. Well, what does Wendy think of Norman? What does Wendy think of Norman? What does Wendy Williams think of Norman? Um, Norman, she thinks he's another girl. Like, it's one of her girls. Sometimes she feels in competition with him. Is Norman the black guy that's on there? She looks at him as a girl, and like one of the girls. And they have a passionate relationship, meaning that they may argue. And what does Wendy think of what does Wendy think of her? There is something go. I don't think that Suzanne is like have a problem with Wendy, but I think Wendy has a problem with Suzanne. There's some aggression there. It could have to do with her son. I don't understand what her son would have to do with it, or it could be, the son is the problem of the aggression. I don't know. So, I already did Wendy's health. So let's just see, is Wendy going to actually get a divorce from Kevin? I don't think she wants to. She wants him to end the relationship with this other woman. She wants him to end this relationship with this other woman. I feel bad. It's going to take her, if these two people stay together, this is going to emotionally, this card came up from her before. This is going to like end her, like bury her. It's like she can't take this. She's going to get deeper into mixing, pills and stuff. But I think eventually, things are going to get better. And then she's going to fight back verbally and intellectually. I'm not sure if she hasn't, she still wants to be married. Why does she still want to be married to this man? Why? She loves him. So if there's a true divorce, he would have to divorce her. I think she talks about it, but she really wants to work things out with him. Even though people are talking about divorce and this and that, if he said, baby, I just want to be with you, she's with it. She hasn't emotionally left their relationship. They may be talking about divorce or they could argue about divorce, but she's not emotionally or mentally ready to go there. And that's it. So I've been on here for 43 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope all the questions were answered. I don't think that she's there. All these people are talking about like she's divorcing and it's in her head. She's not there. She's drinking. She's mixing prescription meds with the thing, and they're arguing. She got hurt arguing with him. He wants a baby, whether that woman's pregnant or not, even though the cards are saying it. He wants a kid. He wants a little girl by that other woman. She's not emotionally ready to go right now. So that's the end of the reading. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. If you would like your own personal reading, contact me at rettaware@gmail.com. And again, I named off all the people that were donating to help me get a new computer. If you donate, out of all the people that donate, I'm gonna pick 3 names for a free hour-long reading from me. So if you donate, I keep track of everybody who's donated to me, and at the end, when I get this new computer, I'm gonna pick 3 names and give you guys an hour reading as a thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had 60 people, and I appreciate it. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.